The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the 7th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. And in my opinion, and maybe in your opinion as well, that the Buccaneers were the disappointment of 2017. So many people thought the Buccaneers could sneak into the playoffs. Some people thought they could make a deep playoff run. Some people thought that Jameis Winston was an elite quarterback on the rise, which he can still be. But the expectations that a lot of people had for this Buccaneers team, it turned out to be a bust this year. You can argue some of it was injuries, particularly on the defensive side. Jameis Winston missed some time with the shoulder injury, and Doug Martin had to start the season off on a suspension. Their kicker missed 4 field goals against New England. If it was 4. I think it was 3, but that's just something else. But I think there are brighter days in Tampa Bay. In fact, a lot of teams have brighter days coming up. And the draft and the offseason is a huge opportunity to build some improvements. Now, as you can see in the draft board behind me, if you're new to this, basically what this is, it's a series of the first round in the NFL draft. And yes, there are 2 teams. Let me just address this really quickly. Yes, there are 2 teams who will not have a first round pick, the Chiefs and the Texans, but I will still cover them, but it will be the first pick that they have. Like, for example, it'll be their second round picks. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. For those of you that are new to this, I'm going to make a playlist of all the draft boards so you can take a look at it, binge watch them because like on a weekend or like on a day off or something. But let's get right to the draft board. As you can see, I have them targeting a defensive end. And the reason for this, I know this is limiting the options, but just like the Denver one when I had it limited to a quarterback, I just thought this is just for the first round pick. They have other needs like a cornerback, an offensive line to protect Jameis Winston, and a running back, because I've been reading that the Buccaneers are going to move on from Doug Martin in 2018. So it wouldn't surprise me, I'll just address this right now, it wouldn't surprise me if Tampa Bay went after a running back in the second round. Because the first, you're going to hear me talking about this all throughout the draft, but I think the first round is going to be quarterback heavy, and the second round I think is going to be running back heavy. Because the running back class is so stacked. You got running backs in the second round like Nick Chubb, Sony Michel. You got Darius Geis, who I'm not sure is going to be in the second round. I'll just say this right now. I think Darius Geis is going to go somewhere in the middle of the first round. I'll get that out of the way right now. But that's another video for another day. But let's get back to the Buccaneers. Now the Buccaneers, the defensive end position, I think this is their most important need because Gerald McCoy is getting up there in age. Just try to find the replacement. As you can see, I have it coming down to Bradley Chubb out of NC State and Arden Key out of LSU. Now, at this point in the draft, I've seen Bradley Chubb being a top 3 pick. I've seen him sometimes going all the way down into maybe the teens area. But I think at this point, Bradley Chubb would be a steal. But right now, I'm thinking Arden Key might be the better fit for Tampa Bay. Bradley Chubb and Arden Key, both of these guys have potential to be the next Khalil Mack. They have that potential. But Chubb is the better prospect, but Arden Key is the better fit. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's a possibility that Tampa Bay might have their choice between these two, depending on if Indianapolis takes Bradley Chubb with the 3rd overall pick. And things can change depending on what happens in front of them. But if they have the choice between Bradley Chubb and Arden Key, they might choose the better prospect in Bradley Chubb, but Arden Key is the better fit. But if Bradley Chubb gets taken before Tampa Bay's on the clock, then Arden Key is the shoe-in pick. So Tampa Bay pick number 7, it's going to be one of those 2 guys, either Bradley Chubb or Arden Key, depending on what happens in front of them. If they get their choice, I think they'll go Chubb because he's the better prospect, but Arden Key's the better fit. So Share this to the Tampa Bay fans. Let them comment their opinion. Like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.